Welcome to Indivisible. I'm your host, John Stubbins. Thanks for joining us tonight, America. There are some people in this world who are so good at what they do that until they are actually born alive, the world awaits for them to fulfill their destiny. And that rare human being then shows us something maybe we never knew. Maybe it's an invention. Computers, for example, were on the scene before the internet. Same with the telephone. Cords used to be tied to telephones if you were born before the era of new technology. And for many years before anyone had even thought of a cell phone or what that was. Well, my guest tonight, he may not have invented everything he excels in, but he sure has made things in the world better. And trust me, he touches and affects many lives, products, commerce, how we get certain things done and why. Most importantly, he does it in a way that honors God. He's a fantastic author of books like Fathers Say, That's My Dad, and The Politically Incorrect Jesus. He's a deal maker. He brings talent together. His background in radio, his impact, it'll leave a footprint that many can only dream of. His new book, Unfriended, is yet another triumph, and I highly suggest that you get a copy of Unfriended immediately. I want to welcome to the show my dear friend, brother in Christ, Joe Battaglia. Welcome to the show, Joe.
Well, John, thank you for being here. It's quite an introduction. Who wrote that for you?
I wrote that myself. And we're thrilled to have you. Just real quick, I want to flash on the screen a picture of Joe's newest book, Unfriended, which is just out now. And obviously he was on last week on God Talk TV, and we saw a fabulous interview with Joe. Joe, tell us all about the book.
Well, sure. Well, certainly I like to describe myself as just an author that looks at culture and writes about the things I find disturbing. Okay. And so this is what Unfriended is about. I'm really concerned and have been for years about the growing lack of civility that we have found rampant in our culture and society. Just everybody has a problem today with everybody else. And because I grew up in a real great community of what I say constitutes community of involvement and intersection and communion and sacrifice, those elements, this has been really troubling. And so I like to talk about culture and faith, as you know. And so that's why I decided to write the book.
Well, it's a fantastic book. Again, I hope everybody gets it. And by the way, we've got Joe's website, joebattaglia.com, scrolling at the bottom. And you can obviously go to Joe's website and look at not only Unfriended, but Joe's other wonderful books as well. That's My Dad in particular. It was funny because around Christmas, I sent Joe a photo of, I don't know, I think I got 7 copies of That's My Dad to give out as Christmas gifts to people in the family this year. And those were well received. And people like my brother Gavin that knows Joe, he talked it up just like I did over Christmas. So we just love your books, Joe. Tell us a little bit about what you do aside from your authoring of books, which are fantastic, but a little bit about what you do for Americans that don't know Joe Battaglia.
Ready. Okay. Basically, I'm a broadcaster in my career. And so started out 46 years ago in that industry, started here in New York. So broadcasting has been a major part of my career. Journalism is my training and degree from Boston University. So I love journalism. That's why I love to write. And I find it very easy to do from what giftedness God has given me with. So I enjoy writing. And so Currently, I have a company called Renaissance Communications. It's basically an agency, and it's a media company. And our mission is to provide media platforms for gifted communicators of biblical truth. Long story short, currently, over the last X number of years, I've been really involved in the promotion of many of the faith-based movies that a lot of people might recognize, right? Starting, back with The Passion, and then Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and everything from the Kendrick brothers, from Facing the Giants and Fireproof and Courageous and War Room, and now Overcomer. I Can Only Imagine, Miracles from Heaven, on and on and on. And so I've had a lot of fun being involved in the promotion of those movies. I also work with Prison Fellowship and do some of their media. And Dr. Steve Brown, Key Life Radio, I'm his agency for that. So we do a lot of promotional activity and building a platform for my clients and my friends so that we can make their message more common. And so that's a lot of what I currently do.
Sure. And you also work with Keep the Faith.
Yeah.
which is pretty fantastic as well, nationwide. Tell us a little bit about your involvement with Keep the Faith.
Sure. That's something we launched about 12 years ago. And basically, it's now the #1 syndicated faith-based music show in the country. We're in 200 markets. It's a 6-hour weekend show. It is a 5-hour weeknight show, Monday through Friday. So we're on about 150,000 hours of radio every year with Keep the Faith. And it's, like I said, in 200 markets. It's on most of the major faith-based Christian music stations. So, yeah, I'm a co-executive producer with that.
Yes, and you're really, really good at it, by the way, Joe.
Don't tell anyone.
Yeah. We'll keep that quiet. By the way, in reference to film, full disclosure, it's interesting because Joe and I, once we met and we started working together, one of the projects that we're currently working on together in different ways is Patrick of Ireland. And we're trying to bring that to the screen right now, along with what obviously Joe just told you about bringing I Can Only Imagine last year to the box office, and the Kendrick brothers films, and obviously the Irwin brothers films as well. So working with us on Patrick is going to be quite something with the Burns brothers, I believe. I'm really excited about that project.
Yeah, that's a great project as we seek to get that fully funded right now and then go into production. So, there are a lot of wonderful movies, obviously, that are out there now. And there are wonderful people producing those movies. And it's always an honor and privilege to be involved with people that do those types of things.
Well, Joe, I just want to thank you for, number one, coming on for an interview today. Number two, I just want to continue to say, and obviously we're going through this coronavirus pandemic, and it just every day the news changes, but I'm praying that we'll get over this and get over the hump here quickly. I'm assuming that your family are staying healthy, safe, but I know that just this morning when I looked, that the numbers of infected in New York climbed to 100,000.
Yeah.
And it's so disturbing. It's so scary. But our faith is going to see us through, and we're going to get to the other side of this. And when we do, I'm going to come over and we're going to have lunch together like we talked about. I'm really looking forward to it.
So would I. Are you buying?
I'm buying.
Excuse me. Okay.
Thanks for coming on, Joe. God bless you and your family. We're going to take a break, America. We'll be right back. Thanks for joining us tonight, America. We were thrilled to have our friend Joe Battaglia on, and I don't know if everybody knows, but last night tornadoes ripped through the South. The winds are now whipping through the Midwest and into the East. We've got this pandemic. It's just nuts out there. People are losing their homes, their lives. It's just it's incredible. I hope that you'll all come together and pray for our country, for our leaders, for our president to make the right decisions so that we can get this country back up and running. And obviously today it's a little bit tough only because we've got weather issues around the country, and God bless those people. We hope that we can get the help to them immediately that they're going to need. Obviously, also power outages across the country, which are going to affect other shows that are going on today. We'll see you tomorrow night, America. Thanks for joining us.